All right. Hey everyone, welcome to another Wildwitch RP live play TTRPG session. What is Wildwitch RP? Well, that's me, Faye, game master and storyteller, and Lachlan, our writer and producer. We're a couple who love sharing stories, so much so that we quit our day jobs and created our own companies. That way we could create high quality and exciting TTRPG experiences full time and share them with you. And today, we're playing a new game. This is a divine calling. It is a system that you can find for yourself on Kickstarter right now, where it is live, and you can give some love there, support it if you want to see all the fun stuff that we're doing at your own tables. But before we get too far into that, I do want to say that we do have some amazing and awesome players joining us on our grand endeavor and at this table. If you would like to play alongside them or anyone else in our community, you can check over our Discord. I'll get a link for that in our chat room here, where you can join them and then join us at the table as well. But, oh, there we go. Thank you, Anne. And now, speaking of our awesome players, let's get some introductions here. Like I said before, I'm Faye. I'm going to be your lore weaver this evening. And we do have Sirenscape, who brings all of our background music and sound effects. It's a fantastic and affordable sound collection that you can find at sirenscape.com. But now, let's meet our Wild Coast High School seniors. And we will get a introduction first for Vincent.
Alright, are we introducing the characters or just ourselves right now?
Just your character name and then yourselves. Full introductions for your characters will be happening in our session.
Cool. Hi, I'm Shay, and I play Vincent, an angsty, agey 2008 emo boy. I'm very excited to explore this new system way past my bedtime.
Amazing. Moving onwards, why don't we get our introduction with Vicky?
Oh, that's me. Hey, everybody. My name is Anita, but I'll be playing Vicky or Victoria Moore. You'll find out who that is later, but I'm Anita. You can find me at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters, if you so choose. And yeah, I'm really excited to be here playing this new system. It's a lot of fun, so you should definitely kickstart it. And I will toss it back to Faye.
Amazing, amazing. Moving on right down our list of lovely students, why don't we get an introduction for Sylvia?
Hi, I'm Lexi, and I'll be playing Sylvia Hooks. Yeah, I'm really excited for this. I've never played another system besides D&D 5e, so this will be fun.
Beautiful. We love, I love new experiences, so this is going to be a lot of fun. And then, last but not least, let's get an introduction for Timothy.
Hello, everyone. My name is Connor, and I will be playing Timothy Gardner. He is a big old nerd, just like me.
Oh, we love it. Well, let's not delay any further. It is the last year for our seniors. Hopefully. Some of you have been skipping classes. But let's see that you've got enough in your grades for you to walk. But before even graduation happens, there's one other milestone that you have yet to survive. Your senior prom. It's fast approaching. And in your coastal city, it's really what everyone at Wild Coast High School is talking about. There are your figures who are campaigning for the prom court. They want to be voted the top royalty. There are others who are scrambling to make promposals to ask out longtime crushes. Perhaps that is in the works for some of you as well. Others just wish to get by school, not even really thinking much more than, I've got my ticket for prom, and I'll be there. The weather is warming up. Summer is on its way in. But you are confined to your high school. And prom, closer than ever, is the topic of many conversations. But before we hear about conversations, we need to hear about who's having them. As we introduce where you're at, feel free to explore your schedule. Feel free to bring in other characters. You are high school, after all. And you all know each other, at least in passing, as you are part of the same senior class. Vincent, where do we find you at this current moment on this current day?
Oh, boy, would this be first period?
If you would like to start with first period, you can course through, and we'll pick up. Time's a little weird when we're storytelling.
Absolutely. We'll go with the beginning. Where's my schedule? Vincent would be starting his day in the library, spending his free period away from everyone else.
As you find yourself in the library, and the viewpoint sort of settles on you, what do we see, Vincent?
What you see is getting a stereotypical angsty, edgy 2008 emo boy. His dark, meticulously styled hair falls over his forehead, occasionally veiling his contemplative gaze. Adorned in the stark contrast of black attire against his pale skin, he's a walking silhouette against the mundane backdrop of adolescence. His aura carries an unspoken heaviness, tethered to the ethereal realm of death. But he's just reading some random book about poetry. Whatever he could find.
As you are reading your poetry book, Vincent, are you the kind of person that zones into the book? You don't quite pay attention to the world around you when you're reading?
Oh, absolutely. He'd try and be anywhere else that isn't in a place full of teenagers.
Great. Then, in between the prose that you are lost in, the world that is much more emotionally driven than the dreary high school politics and drama, you are suddenly taken out of it as you hear the heavy thud of a backpack. Looking up, you see very pale pinks and greens, a black harness full of chains, and this stuffed animal that has been stitched into a backpack that is, as being opened, you can see filled with different energy drinks, and one is placed down in front of you by a ring with far too many, or a hand with far too many rings, as you see Harper.
Oh, hi.
Drink up, Finny.
Right. Sure.
And you
Takes
hear,
the smallest sip.
yeah, you hear another can being cracked open. It's immensely loud in the library this early. Librarian kind of looks over, and Harper just sits down.
Bit weird for you to be in a library. Not like a mean thing, but you know.
No, I get it. They say. I just so I had the weirdest thing happen to me just now, and I needed to tell you about it.
Oh,
So you know Alex, the one in the anime club, right?
yeah.
Well, he came up to me, and it was. I mean, we've chatted in the hallway a few times, but like he hand drew this comic to ask me out to prom.
Oh, wow.
I know that we kind of had this plan that, you know, if no one got asked us, we'd go together, but seeing that I just got asked and that threw a loop in it. I didn't give an answer yet. I wanted to talk to you.
Oh, I mean, if you want to go, I shouldn't stop you.
Well, I mean, we were gonna go and just judge everyone from the sideline, and that was the plan. But I don't want to go and actually be with someone if the plan is still gonna be like, I can still, we can still find time to do that.
I mean, yeah, we don't need a prom to judge people. We could do that in our own free time.
Yeah, but it's prom. Like, it's fun to do it at prom. And everyone's, like, putting on their best. And, like, we can mess up the votes for whoever's going to be prom king and queen. Prom royalty.
I mean, we can still do that even if you have a date.
Fair
Just
point.
one less person to make fun of, because it's not nice to make fun of your date, or so I've heard.
Yeah. Maybe if Alex is okay with it, I'll talk to him. Well, I just wanted to talk to you about that. And, picking up the handmade backpack, Harper is going to, move out just as quick as they came. Maybe to go find Alex, maybe to do something else with their time. They can be an enigma in certain circumstances. Vincent, as you return back into the poetry book, perhaps thoughts more muddled than they were before. Our viewpoint's going to shift across the school, past the different students as they move about their day. Lockers open and close, and Vicky, where do we find you at on the schedule and in the school?
Um, that's like I think I think today has just been like a day that is sort of just full of distractions. Like nobody's really paying attention in the senior class today. Like it feels like summer we're we're all talking about prom. Nobody is like paying attention to class. We're all about to graduate in like 3 weeks. It nobody's actually doing work right now. So I think that like throughout the day, Vicky has just been like a lot less like cagey about hiding the fact that a lot less cagey about hiding the fact that she is not paying attention to what is being said by the teacher. She is simply like looking over like playbooks and like studying like uh sort of like volleyball techniques that she has read about and is being unabashedly uninterested. And for the first two periods of the day, there is just like we see history class, math class, Vicky is not paying attention. Vicky is uh in her own world, and then third period, elected, where she gets to do what she wants to do, which is go. Today it is probably, yeah. Well, no, it's going to the gym. It's working on her volleyball serve. Um, because yeah, like she's feeling a little like anxious and well, not anxious, but like restless today, and definitely wants to like hit the gym. So she does that, and we see like Vicky is this black person with some very clean, very very like well braided cornrows that are like close braided close down to the head and like not long at all. She's sort of yeah, she sort of like basically lives in her Letterman jacket. At any time you see her, she's in that Letterman jacket and t-shirt. And Vicky is Vicky is like quickly going to the gym because she needs to get some energy out.
And you see the gym as you have for years at this point. It is, as you've always known it, the large splash wall in the back with the tiger stripes in the maroon and orange colors of the school. The scratched sort of pop art that says "Go Tigers" in the negative space. It is garish, but it is full of school pride. Athletics are one of the big draws for Wild Coast High School, and it's across the board. That's why you've got such a magnificent gym, and then heading out, you even have a field for the all the outdoor games. That it's some of them are shared. There's the track around the football field, but others are quite large on their own. And of course, there's a class that is happening on the other side of the gym for the you can based on how they're running the drills that these are likely freshmen. But as a senior and as well known by the coaches in the school, Vicky, you have free reign to come in, get into the changing rooms, to put on workout outfits, and just hit the other half of the gym where you can set up the net for practicing your volleyball spikes and other techniques that you've been dreaming about all throughout the first two periods.
Yeah, I I think Vicky sort of like looks into the sort of like closet area where like they store all the school supplies, and they still have not replaced like all of the volleyballs that were vandalized earlier this year. So she sort of like sighs, reaches into her backpack, takes out the one volleyball that she keeps at home, and um, begins like setting up the net and just getting ready to practice some serves.
I'm also assuming that as you move through the gym, you are conveniently not looking at the wall of the trophies that have been won.
Oh no, like um, there is a new addition specifically to like there sometimes when like um when there are really great players at one thing, they get their jersey retired. So like uh I think my big sister's jersey is now like hanging from the rafters, and there will never again be a number 20 like on the women's basketball team, like for point guard. So it is probably hanging like right over my head. And just like slow exhale, we gotta focus in. And she starts practicing.
You spend the minutes turn closer to that hour point practicing and working out this energy, and it's it helps kind of, settle that restlessness. You're getting that energy out. But there's still, again, that buzz in the air, just that you can kind of feel even after you're cleaning off, getting ready to leave. Your next period is lunch. And the prom talk, you, and again, summer rolling in. So, as you finish out and get ready, you would notice a figure sort of stepping into the space here. Mint green hair, light skin, and of course you recognize your best friend. Not that the relationship has been the best that it has in these last few months, but Bessie gives a smile. And you've already got the scholarship. You don't need to work harder.
Hiya, homewrecker. Ready for prom?
Are we still going on about that? We've been doing well. If anything really bad about this relationship came about, don't you think it would have ended by now?
I am teasing you.
And she'll walk over and put her arm around your shoulder. Prom is going great. We are all set for racking up those votes. Saf is out there doing those little cookies and pins. I'm just talking to people. And we do got your vote, right?
She is going to roll her eyes and sort of like look at her and just say like, really?
It's better to have it confirmed.
Just that's all I am to you. A campaign now. I see how it is.
We're more than just campaigns, but it's right around the corner. It's all everyone's talking about this morning.
I do not pay attention enough to know who else is running. So sure, bestie, I will vote for you.
And she gives a bright smile, and as the bell rings alerting the end of the period and the transition period, Vessi sort of leans against the changing room lockers and, so, you want to go out and get lunch?
You have time for me. Prom royalty has time to sit down. I thought you were busy campaigning and everything.
Well, I can't campaign if I don't have a best friend at my side. Good mental health, and I've got a gift card. We can head off to campus, come back.
Oh, if you're paying, let's do it.
All right. And so the two of you will be able to head out and head off campus for lunch. But as the viewpoint shifts, again, passing the different students at their lockers as they walk to class, out of class, Sylvia, where do we find you? What are you doing?
Sylvia would be in the dance studio, third period specifically. Actually, yeah, or she'd find time maybe around lunch so that she's like the only one in the dance studio to just get out some frustration.
As you are dancing, what do we see?
So Sylvia has a lithe, springy form. Her raven hair is always tied back in a loose bun that gets progressively looser as she dances. Her short nose, pale skin, and narrow face lend her the hint of a fairy complexion. Her hazel eyes are typically alight with some inner mirth, with a small smile on her lips. Today, however, her eyes are a little darker, her smile a little more fiendish as she dips and spins around the dance studio. And there's a sense of like just kind of anger as she's dancing, and also there's she's just the emotion is not light and happy today. It's definitely darker.
As you're dancing this darker rhythm and motivation, you hear a notification. Your phone goes off with a text message.
I'll finish whatever movement routine that I was working on, and I'll go over and look at it.
It's from Abby.
Sigh. Okay, open it.
As you open it, you see it is the newest campaigning pitch from Safi. It's a poster now that's been handmade.
Good.
You recognize her handwriting, and Abby just has the hallway that it is located on, in case you want to avoid this on your path.
How thoughtful. Or perhaps she's pointing the way to a potential target. And there's no like other text with it. It's just kind of
Not today. That's the first text Abby has sent you today. Perhaps she's feeling a little colder. Again, your relationship's not been the best recently. There's some tensions there.
I will just text back, thanks, THX, and leave it at that.
You see the alert that she's typing come up after that. And are we hanging out after school tonight?
Yes. Can you?
Yeah.
You've been busy. Okay.
And she types back, we can do movies and snacks, like old times.
Like old times. Sounds
And
good.
she sends back, it's a purple heart emoji.
Still salty, but okay. That makes Sylvia a little bit happier, I guess.
You're able to continue taking some time for yourself in the dancing, feeling a little bit better and having something to look forward to after the school day. As our view shifts again across the campus, through the different hallways, through students, until we find Timothy.
Hmm.
Where do we find Timothy? In the school and on the schedule?
Well, right now, Timothy would most likely be in his third period advanced science course. Well, chemistry to be exact. He's a very hands on learner when it comes to science, and particularly in this class session, they would be doing like hands on chemistry. You see, they're all broken up into groups. You see these formulas on the board. You've got these beakers, these flasks, and all these different colored liquids. Sounds like they're going to do some sort of hands-on experiment today.
As you are setting up your the lab experiment, and as the teacher goes on, Timothy, you find yourself kind of, you know this stuff. You've of course read ahead on the material and prepared yourself for everything, because this is what you do. You enjoy the learning, especially when you have labs. You like being prepared and being able to present a very good product at the end. Good grades. Grades your mother can be proud of. Grades that will get you into an amazing school. Timothy, as your sort of thoughts begin to wander, where do they wander to? Do they wander to a distant future, a nearby one? People?
I think with how Timothy is, he's like very. I don't want to say he zones everything out, but he's also like very meticulous with how he does things. So I think he's mostly focused on kind of like the experiment at hand, but in the back of his mind, those thoughts are starting to creep in a little bit about, graduation and oh my goodness, did my college application go through and all that. So I think he's trying to keep it at the back of his mind while still trying to focus.
So, struggling for that focus. Yes. Okay. We love it. Guys, as you're doing that, let's get a description of what Timothy looks like as he's setting up at the lab and performing these scientific activities.
Oh, absolutely. So Timothy, he's kind of got this kind of short mop of like dark brown hair. He's a little more on the tan side when it comes to skin. He wears these round, well, I don't want to say round glasses, but like glasses because he's extremely nearsighted. So also you would think glasses are kind of like typical of the nerd setting. As far as clothes go, he would probably have some sort of shirt on that has like a comic thing on it or something like that. Just these like long brown pants, normal shoes, normal socks, and then since they're doing an experiment, obviously he would have on this white lab coat and safety glasses because if you get chemicals in your eyes, it really hurts.
Okay. Amazing. Time passes for each of you. And we are going to tune in to the last period of the school day. It is the few final moments before you are let out for the bell. As you are anticipating your young adult freedom, what's going through each of your minds? Vincent?
I can't wait to leave this place. Too many people.
Vicky.
Um, Vicky is probably outside running around the track, um, just like training with the track folks, um, just for like one more workout before she goes, and is probably dreading going back home. And her big sister is back home for uh like is back home and wants specifically to send me off and make sure I am looking good and gonna have a good time at prom. And I am I'm I'm a little bit over it. It'll be fine, I'm sure. But like is definitely getting in like an extra lap or two or three to avoid going back home.
Sylvia.
Sylvia's thinking, well, maybe I'll be able to patch things up with Abby. Maybe I haven't destroyed that relationship too. That would be good. Um, yeah, prom, like, whatever. Um, and Safi would be there. Nope. I'll just think about now and then Abby. I'll get to see Abby and go watch movies.
Timothy.
Through his mind, Timothy is thinking this was just another normal school day for him, but he knows he's, as head of the science club, he's got a club meeting that he's got to prepare for tonight. So I think he's just, at this point, just getting his stuff together, and then he's just going to hop on his bike and go on home and get ready.
A normal day for normal students. Normal school. Though as you all are leaving, there is a breaking news. Your school is the kind that has the TVs every so often where it's got news playing, and usually their volume's low. It only has the captions that show what the reporters are speaking. Recently, in your city, there have been some increased attacks. No casualties so far, but people have been hurt, hospitalized, and it seems another one has happened. No one quite knows what's going on with it. People are just trying to keep the community aware. Home lives, just nothing different than what you expect. Movies, just like old time. Science meeting goes well. But each of you, when you sleep, fall asleep quicker than you have in days, weeks, months, even. Is a deep sleep. And you don't quite awaken. But you do realize that you're dreaming. And since we started with Vincent before, why don't we start with Timothy here in our dreamscape? Timothy, as you look around this dream, it looks like school. It looks like Wild Coast High. Specifically, it looks like the club rooms where you've had the science club meeting and other clubs have utilized it before. It's set up with a table. No, there's only 2 chairs.
I think Timothy would notice, even for a dream, that he thinks it's a little bit real, because normally with his science club there would be a good number of people. Like the club's about it's not that big, but it's about 10 students total, so it doesn't feel normal to him.
Hear the door open, but you don't see it in the process of opening. It just is. And there is a Adonis-like figure that is standing in the doorway, finishing a can of something before crushing it in his hands as he approaches over to the table. Oh, don't just stand there. You see this deep olive skin tone, blonde hair, slightly stubby sort of beard that's kind of outgrown, but in almost a fashionable way. Polo with the popped collar.
That's a very vivid description. I think Timothy's just, again, he's not used to seeing someone like this, and he's like, "Are you all?" I think you would comically say, like, "Are you always this color?"
Yes, typically. Though usually I've got like an off-white thing going on that kind of sets everything off, gives it a more of a glow about it. We don't have to talk about that right now, though. What we need to talk about is you and me. So it's going to be a lot more awkward if you're standing up, and as he takes a seat, he kicks his feet up onto the table. And he's wearing boat shoes, no socks.
I think Timothy will just go ahead and take a seat.
Timothy. That's a little... Can I call you Tim? T-Bone? Anything like that?
Sure.
Great. You probably don't know me, but you've probably heard of me. You know, a big Z, lightning bolt in the sky, Zeus.
Like now, Timothy's trying to comprehend that. Like, you're god of lightning, Zeus.
Yeah, I'm just coming back from a party. So, you know, Denny, he's been doing real great in your day and age, throws these awesome ragers. Again, we don't have to talk about that right now. We're talking about you, and we're talking about me. And how we're gonna be really good friends. Hopefully. I can be temperamental, but I think you've got a good head on your shoulders. I think we'll be fine.
Usually people don't come to me for help unless it's science related. So what can I do for you?
Ooh, loaded question. Why don't we avoid loaded questions? And I'll just tell you the situation that's going on here. There's this group, bad people, they call themselves the Void. You don't want to get involved with them. You kind of have to, though, because that's what I'm here for. They've been acting up, and my sources are telling me they're gonna try and hit your prom. And, you know, why ruin a good party? Yeah, so I need you to strike a deal with me. I'm gonna ask you to be my host. I need you to say yes. I'll give you some of my divine power, and, you know, you gotta stop them. Sounds great, right?
Timothy's kind of contemplating that for a second. He's kind of stuttering because he doesn't know what to do.
Look, it seems that you're taking this way farther than it needs to be. Most people jump just having the chance to talk to me, and I'm about to give you my power. Just say yes, and it'll be great.
Yes.
Amazing. So, now that you're my host, we kind of have this bind. It can break. It's really hard to do that though. Hunters is typically the worst thing to worry about besides the void to break that bond, unless you tick me off. But I think again, you've got a good head on your shoulders. You'll avoid that. So you can call on my power. You can call on me. Sometimes I am a little busy though, so I really only answer well within the times of, what time is it right now? 3 a.m. and 8 a.m., though I will most likely be hungover during those times too. And about the void people, you'll be wanting to look for. Do you know your Greek alphabet? Yeah, you're a smart kid. You must know it. You're gonna be looking for. They've got charms with the letter chi on it, or chi. That's what you're gonna look for.
Timothy's just memorizing this. Greek letter chi. Got it.
Yeah, Greek letter chi. That's what you're looking out for. You're gonna do great. And as he pats you on the shoulder, you can feel like this sort of static electricity, and that's when you wake up. Shifting. Sylvia, you are asleep. And when... It's not gonna be the same. You've got a different deity.
Okay.
When you are made aware of your dream, it is in the first dance studio that you can remember. Way back from early childhood. And it's filled with this sort of warm glow of light. You can feel a sort of warmth in the air as well. And there's a figure there. There is a stretching bar set in the mirrors, and you can see this figure. Willowy. It's hard to really tell male or feminine. It's a very androgynous presentation that is just stretching.
Hello? Mind if I dance?
Oh, you're more than welcome to dance. Do whatever makes you happy.
Great. Uh-huh. You see, that usually ends up with other people. With bad things happening. So
Well, then just fix them.
just fix them.
Bad things happen, and you fix them. It's always worked for me.
You and I are not the same. Okay.
We can be. Of a sort.
Who are you?
Loki.
Like the god of mischief, like that Loki.
God of mischief, hearth spirit, Jotun, many things that I've been, many things that I am, many things I am not. But yes, that Loki.
And you're serious?
Yes. Well, you can't become me. I could become you, and as he turns from the mirror,
Oh, good.
you see a perfect reflection of yourself in the same space that he was standing.
Great. I've been hit by a bus. I
No, darling.
someone
You're right where I need you to be. Because there's a conversation. Nope. In your bed, safe asleep. Waiting for prom, might I ask.
Maybe I'm crazy.
I have a proposition. I
Opposition.
tether myself to you. You receive some of my strength and powers. And you get to save the day.
I don't save days. I make them really bad.
This is your chance to start learning how to fix the broken things. Like I do.
You keep saying that, and I don't believe
Most people
Just-
don't, but read the mythology, it's all there.
But like, don't you lie? I feel like that was there.
I've stretched the truth here or there, but the whole father of lies thing, that's so Lucifer. Not me.
Okay. I mean, sure. I can't mess up anything else, right? Right?
And if you do, you'll have me to help you fix it.
Fix them. Yeah, okay, I get it. Yeah, fixing things.
And fixing
Thanks.
things, it's great.
Hmm. Well, if I'm not crazy, and I could fix things, that would be good.
See,
Okay.
now you're starting to think like my host. Oh, yes.
Uh-huh.
New vocabulary word. When I give you a piece of my power, it'll be like holding a piece of my soul. You'll be able to call upon me, call upon my powers, but I do need your help in return. In saving the world, fixing things, as I've mentioned.
Fixing things.
Yes.
Alright, cool. And what if I don't fix things?
Well, we try again. Until you do.
Okay. Okay.
So, this is affecting you and your school, particularly your prom. So,
Oh.
yes. I'm going to have to put that out there first. As you are going to have to fight against... There's a order known as the Void. They want to eradicate all the gods. Not good. I
Oh.
need you to stop whatever they're trying to do at your prom. Figure out what it is, put an end to it.
Alright, so you want me to go to prom that my ex is fixing to be royalty at?
Oh, your ex is going to be there. You could try and win them back. If you're interested in that. If not, just
No.
show up and, look a lot better than them. That's always worked for me.
Uh-huh. Again, you and I are not the same. Okay. This is
You'll have a little bit of me in you. It'll be fine.
That's true. Okay. If you say so.
Would I lie to you?
Yes.
I'm not lying to you right now. We'll just leave it at that.
Okay, this will be great. Okay. What's the worst that could happen?
Death.
Yeah. Well, I was gonna say something else, but okay, that works too. Thank you for taking it to darker depths than I was willing to go myself.
So, do we have a deal?
Yes.
Excellent. While you're looking for this information of what the Void is looking for, key thing to look out is... I'm sure you know your Greek alphabet. If not, it's easy enough to find. Everyone seems so enamored with the Greeks. You're looking for the letter chi. They wear that at a charm, from what I've been able to find, at least in this area.
Cool. Have I seen this before?
You know what? Yeah. Why don't we get our first roll of the evening?
Oh no.
I want you to roll me a mental, and I want it to be knowledge.
Okay, great. So it's 2d6, right?
2d6 and whatever your mental bonuses are.
Which is nothing, as far as I know. Yeah, so that's a 7.
It's familiar to you. Yeah, you think you've seen it before, but you can't quite place where.
Probably a good thing. Oh.
So, as Sylvia, your dream sort of fades into a darkness and into a black as you awake. Unfortunately, we are going to have to take an ad break before we get to our next two dreams. So, we will be picking back up here with Vicky and Vincent's dreams and meeting their deities after our ads. please let them run. They're very important to us at Wild Witch RP. But as we're going to be taking a 5-minute ad break. There will be time in between that. You can head over to Kickstarter. Check out A Divine Calling. Back it if you can. It's a really cool system. So stick tight. We'll be back here very soon. All right, we're back. We've got 2 more dreams locked and loaded, ready to go. Vicky, you fall asleep, just ready to be away from everything. And when you, again, not awake, but you are at least conscious of the fact that you're dreaming. And when you do so, you're in a stadium. You're on a wood floor, much like in the gym. It could be set for basketball or volleyball or any other of the indoor games, but it's not set for anything right now. But the lights in the stadium are on, shining this floor. And you hear one person in the crowd, sort of like cheering you on, calling out.
Why are you cheering? Nothing's happening.
And the cheering kind of gets louder as that figure in the, because he's like in the stands, starts like jumping over the different seats and then like just jumps over the side onto the court and still cheering up until the point where he's right in front of you. And you see about the same height as you, very deep, dark brown skin, a athletic physique, and these golden eyes that almost seem to be melted metal. I'm cheering because you're here.
Bet. Where is here? I feel like I'm dreaming, which is weird. I don't usually know when I'm dreaming.
That's because I'm here with you. Yeah, you're dreaming. And I mean, you seem to dream a lot of this place, being here. You also dreamed of your sister being here a few times. But I brought you here. I thought it would be even ground.
Even ground. Cool. Do I know you? Should I know you?
No.
Looking
Yes.
like we're friends. What's up?
Well, introductions. I know who you are, Victoria, though I believe you prefer Vicky.
You know a lot.
Yes, I tend to know what I need, and that's about it. But I am I'm Window.
Window.
Yes, Window. And I have this as always, my Congo, and he pulls out. You've seen these in museums and in your history books. They're these old-fashioned fly swatters that have been seen in Africa and areas quite like that, with a handle that is formed of a carved stick, and then these fibers that almost make it remnant of a tail.
Like the epic guy that Metalaway's always trying to teach me about.
Yeah, that's me.
So you were named after
No,
him.
no, I am him. The one who came walking and talking.
Yeah, sure. I mean, why not? Um, yeah, this is a dream. I'm curious as to why I'm talking to to Window in my dream.
Because I
What's happening
see
here?
in you potential. And I think you are I've looked at the others around you, but you are the person that I want.
Is that right?
Yes. I need you to be my host.
Um, Host. I. This is a stadium. I don't have any place for you to sit or any like tea or anything I can offer you.
Oh, no. Different host. Though I would appreciate that. I need you to join your power with mine. Or my power to you. Both ways.
I don't understand.
Most don't. But that's why I'm here, to teach you. As I have been taught. But you don't have to spend a year in the sky. Just one dream.
What what are you on about, dude? Like this is weird. You're a god.
Yes.
You've
Done many
made
things.
a stadium.
Yep.
What do you want from me? I guess is a good question here.
I want you to hold on to some of my power.
You want to give me your power.
A bit, but yes.
What's the catch?
I need you to help me in stopping a force of evil.
A force of what now?
Evil. There is a group called the Void. They wish to take away everything. Or at least everything with the gods. But if you take away the gods, you take away everything else. It's simple. But they are going to attack your prom. I need you to take some of my power and to stop them. It is simple, really.
So you want me to go to prom tomorrow and pick a fight with a void?
No, no, no. You must find who has the void and stop them. Only a few members are of the void, though other dangers are nearby. There are host hunters. Very nasty figures.
You're not making this deal sound very good. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay, alright. I will throw in your very own Congo.
A fly swatter.
Yes. It's very useful. Helps me solve almost all of my problems.
How tempting. Like,
You
this.
you said that your Miss Holloway was telling you about me. How
Yeah.
far in my story have you learned?
I mean, born walking and talking. Uh, got sort of Moses's away on the river. And then you came back, sort of killed everyone, and then you brought everyone back, and then you went to the underworld. Your story is actually very interesting, and I did pay attention to it enough to like remember some details.
At
Eventually, like found your dad, and then you killed a dragon that you weren't supposed to kill, and then you came back and you were a good king and
good
happily after.
a good king. That is the important part. I lived just and well, and my people flourished under me. Trust that if I am seeing in you something good, I am not leading you astray. You have potential, and I have what I can do to help you. You just need to trust.
You said I just gotta find a void person
Yes,
in
they
the
are
prom.
they are marked with an X. Everyone keeps saying this Greek letter chi. It's an X when you look at it.
It's an X. Okay, X marks the spot. X marks the void. Got you. All right. This. I. It's weird. I feel like I want to accept your very weird deal.
And with that, showing like very little decorum, he hugs you. It's like
Ooh,
3 seconds long, and
there
it's
you
like,
go.
uh,
Okay.
it's very much like a kid's hug of just exuberance. And you will wake up and feel so much better about this. And then that's when your dream ends. And before we get to everyone's waking up situation, Vincent, you have a dream.
Oh boy.
Your dream is darkness. It's cold. And you can see your breath when you come to this semi-consciousness in this dream state. Though you don't feel that sort of freezing sensation of your own body, but you can just sort of recognize it in the air around you, especially when you see your breath. Vincent Holloway, the voice rings out, echoing. It comes from behind you.
Turn around.
You see a woman dressed in ancient Nordic style of clothing, and you can see half the face is beautiful, fair, young maiden, eternal youth. The other is decaying. Skin ripped open, turned this grayish black, skeletal aspects exposed, and it sort of continues all along the body. One half, this peak of life, this prime youthfulness. The other, a long decayed form, and on the same figure, kind of working in unison. But she stands confidently, her shoulders even, her head held well on her shoulders, nothing bothering her as she looks at you. You can feel it's a judgment, but not in a negative connotation. It just, she's looking at you and reading you like a book. She has no interest or disinterest shown on her features, but she just knows.
Vincent probably feels uncomfortable and tries to reach beside them, like, instinctively for, like, a teddy bear that's always on their bed, only to be met with nothing.
You do not have to be afraid. You're not truly here, so you will not be trapped.
Okay. Hi.
Hello. Vincent, I have a task for you, and I want you to accept it. Of course, you have the right to decline, but I do not think it is in your best interest to do so. Your prom is quickly approaching, and with it a terrible danger. An organization is known as the Void. It is worse than Ragnarok. It wishes to unmake all.
I gotta be honest, that doesn't seem too bad.
Even if it means that Harper is unmade. For your mother.
What do you need me to do?
I need you to accept a portion of my power. You become my host, and you find the Void, or those that are the agents acting within it. They have plans for your prom, I'm not sure what. Find them. Stop them. And from there we can talk about continuing our contract, expanding your powers. Under my guidance.
Oh. Yeah, sure. I guess. Emo hair flip.
Look for the Greek letter chi. They typically wear it as a charm in this area. And look for the other hosts. You'll be able to recognize them.
How will I recognize them?
The same way they'll recognize you. You will be
How will
different.
they recognize me?
You will be different upon your awakening. You'll carry a new aura about you, setting you apart from the other mortals, where you carry a bit of the divine with you.
Ooh, no pressure.
Quite the opposite.
Yeah, I was being sarcastic.
There is the slightest furrow of her brow, but otherwise her face stays that sort of cool, composed look, and
Vincent steps by.
rest, host. You have work ahead of you in the morning. And with that, she steps back, and the darkness falls again. When you all awake, you awake as you had gone to sleep for the most part. Each of you now, on your right wrist, have a bracelet. And you can feel that it is almost a part of you, and also different. It looks like normal jewelry, but you can feel a sort of concentration of your deity's power. These are through which that you can channel, and you can notice that there are little charms on each of yours. Timothy, you have a lightning bolt. Sylvia, you have a fishing net. As promised, Vicky has her own Congo. And Vincent, yours is a skull.
Nice.
When you get dressed and ready for school in the morning, you each remember your dream vividly. It is stuck in your mind. It's different than other dreams. And when you arrive to school, I'm going to ask for everyone just roll me a d6 here. We're gonna do it this way.
It's 1d6.
Just 1d6.
That's a
3.
4.
One.
It's a 6 for Sylvia.
Sylvia, you are the first one to notice someone looking different. You spot Vicky, and you can see this sort of golden aura and glow around her.
Does Vicky notice me looking at her?
No, Vicky with a 1 is not noticing anyone just quite yet.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna hide and avoid eye contact with Vicky.
Great. As you are hiding and trying to avoid eye contact with Vicky, Timothy, you are riding up on your bike and you would spot where Sylvia is hiding, and you see Sylvia has a golden aura around her.
So Timothy, is getting to school fashion, will kind of lock up his bike where they usually have the bike racks, and I'm gonna walk over to Sylvia and be like, Why are you hiding?"
Shh. Vicky's over there. You know that prank I pulled on her team? I don't think she's forgotten. So,
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah, I can see why. Also, I think you're glowing.
do I notice Timothy's glowing?
Timothy is also glowing, similar to how Vicky glows.
Wait, you're glowing. I'm glowing.
You're both glowing. That's weird.
It's not good. But you didn't happen to have a weird dream, did you?
As a matter of fact, I did. It was, and weird is like putting it lightly. Like, I don't know how to describe it.
Oh crap, maybe. Oh, I don't want Vicky. He's gonna kill me. Okay. Anybody else? Is it just the 3 of us?
We'll
that are
actually get to
glowing?
that. Vincent, you've been here earlier than anyone. You get here very early. Your mom brings you.
Yeah.
you've kind of been, since the dream, and being told to, look for the others, search out the others, hanging a little close to the door. Too many people here. You don't like being here. Um, but you would spot where Vicky glows, with a sort of golden hue where the other people aren't around her.
Right. I suppose I should approach.
Okay.
Really awkwardly.
Awkward as ever, Vicky, you see Vincent as he approaches you. And you would notice that he does glow, unlike how you've seen literally everyone else this day.
Um,
I
yeah. Hey,
so
you're not planning to destroy prom later, are you?
no, sounds like a lot of effort, not really something for me. I did get visited by a
Oh.
god who asked me to save it though, which is really weird. You're glowing, just like a little bit. And I don't mean that as like a well, I guess it seems mean to say I don't mean it as a compliment, but like not in like the physical way, but like I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I don't see any X's on you, so this is probably fine. Yeah. Um, I also talked to a folk hero last night. It was weird. I had a weird dream. I woke up with this fly swatter and a bracelet. Um, Same thing happened to you?
I didn't get a fly swatter, unfortunately. I did get a bracelet that has a skull on it.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So, somebody is trying to destroy prom, or someone is very good at pranking us.
And speaking of pranks, this is probably by the time that Sylvia, you're looking out to see if someone else has a glow, and you would spot Vincent talking to Vicky, both of them glowing.
Okay, I'll come back into the little corner that we have. Timothy and I go, there's another one.
Timothy will look over. Oh, I think is that Vincent? He's going too.
So, yeah. What are we gonna do? Do we need to go over and talk to them?
I mean, if they're going to, they might know something. Come on, I'm sure Vicky's forgotten all about the prank.
I think at this point, Vicky's going to just like look around for the first time and see a couple glowing people.
Oh, you definitely would see
Hiding.
Yeah, you see Timothy, who's kind of standing out in the open, and he's talking to someone behind a corner.
Okay. And one of them seems to be like speaking in hushed tones, trying to like be noticed. And I'm just gonna like turn to Vincent and say, yo, look out, like my deity told me about like this void that's supposed to be very scary, and they said I'd know him when I see him, and there are some other people that are looking special. How do you feel about this?
I was also told about that, but I was also told that we know other people like us when we see them, so I think we first gotta learn how to differentiate friend from foe.
All right. Well, let's look for X's. If they're clear of X's, then they're probably fine. But we should approach with caution. You ready?
Cool. Yeah, and then Vincent just like goes behind you and then just sort of like hides.
Yeah. Just like is very clearly like making eye contact with Timothy if he looks over, and like very clearly approaching like slowly, hands up, like let's not start anything unless we want to start something. Uh,
And then
and then
I'll
Vincent just like inching behind.
and then I'll look down at Sylvia while still looking at Vicky and be like, I think I blew your cover.
Wait, what do you mean? Is she like coming over here? And I'll like glance over.
And that's when you would
Oh.
see Vicky, and Vicky, you would see Sylvia kind of peeking out.
At the sight of another glowing person like coming into view, almost like an ambush, Vicky will be like, whoa, be cool. Let's be cool. Just be cool.
Yeah, Sylvia's like backing up and going, wasn't me. Well, it was me, but like
I don't see no
I
X's on y'all. Y'all don't have any evil plans to destroy prom, do you?
not yet. I mean, no.
Wasn't planning on it.
Alright, I think they good, Vincent. Yo, did y'all like talk to folk heroes or gods last night?
Yeah, I did. It was weird. Mine was serious. He was weird. It's like he was green.
Just
Not the olive tone skin that I was going for, but okay.
fun. I got Loki for some odd reason, I'm sure.
Oh, I got hell.
Don't say.
What was that, Vincent?
Oh, I got hell, which is kind of weird that you got Loki. It's fine. It's probably
Oh.
nothing.
Yeah. No problemo. They certainly don't have history at all.
I mean, that's false, but okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah, I definitely remember those characters in like the Thor movie with the Rainbow Bridge. That was cool.
No, I'm not really into pop culture.
Really? Who would have guessed?
I
It's
mean,
not
most people.
the pop culture. It's pop. I'm I'm sorry. Apparently we have to save prom from getting destroyed together. Did anybody get any clues about how to do that?
Did your person by chance say to look for people with an X?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Mhm.
And I've seen it before. But like,
Yeah, they said to keep an eye out and to stop them from destroying prom. I don't really fight though. I I mean I've trained with like the boxing club on and off like during the summer, but like I don't I don't be fighting for real. Um so does anybody like know how to throw hands? Yeah, these gods might have made some bad picks. This would
yeah.
not be the first round. Why
Ouch.
What if We have to fight using our words instead. You know, not like a proper fist brawl, but like, hey, don't do that. And then they're like, oh, I'm sorry, and then we save the world.
I gotta tell you, I'm not very good at talking, and I feel like you're not the best at talking. Um,
Why would you say that?
Savage.
I would say at this point, as the bell is ringing and you can start to see people heading in, that you all would notice a small group of popular figures, but two figures particular. A very tall, willowy figure. She's known to wear heels. She has this curled hair. Today it's worn in a low tail style, half of it over the shoulder. It's Safi Alexander, one of the most popular figures in the school. And on her side, of course, is her current paramour, Vessi. Can I get a... I'm going to make this a investigation to see if you pick up on something here. So if everyone could roll me a mental investigation. So that'll be 2d6 and add your mental to it.
8.
What would mine be as a nerd?
As a nerd, let me pull it up. Your
got a
clicks.
9.
4.
Nerd. You get a +2 to mental checks.
Ooh, okay. 7.
Alrighty. Anyone who has an 8 or above spots this. As Safi looks over to someone in their group, they're laughing. Safi has a particular choker necklace that is almost always part of her outfit. And there, in the center, right over the dip in the collarbone, is the Greek letter chi, stylized.
Right.
Though to an unsuspecting person, it would just be an X. Interesting.
Yo.
For all of you, however, you would also notice the faintest glow around Safi as well. Similar to yours, though way less intense. It's like the first degree of brightness. As if she had contact with the divines as well.
Yo, you have a
Mm.
evil ex? That was just
Yeah.
on Scott Pilgrim. That's
Only got one. Yeah. Okay. Great.
okay, so I don't know what now. Do we corner her and beat her up with words? What's the game plan?
We can ask nicely for her not to destroy prom. Say please.
Yeah. I don't know.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Maybe
So-
maybe we go to classes or our areas as normal, and while there, just see if we notice anybody else with an X, and then meet up at lunch and discuss what we found.
Faye, how many days until prom?
You know what? Why don't we make it... This is... You're in the middle of the week. We'll say that it's a Tuesday. And prom, so it was Monday yesterday. Prom is this Saturday.
Okay, so we got a few days. Okay, yeah, I'd prefer not to talk to Safi ever again in my entire life. So yeah.
Oh, you're just going to delay it because we are gonna need to talk.
Uh-huh. Right. Can I go to dance now?
Put it in a box in your brain and move on. That sounds like it works for me, I guess. But well, we should probably, I don't know, start a group chat or something, just in case everybody in our first period is just wearing X chokers and we need backup for talking or whatever.
Or whatever.
My
Sure.
Yeah, my dude like made a point in saying like you've really got to step up here and save prom. So I feel like something's in danger. So we should probably and Vicky will share her number and start a group chat, I guess.
I don't have a SIM
Yep.
card. Does anyone have Discord?
Ouch.
Sure. Yeah.
So, group chat successfully made. Wherever it exists, of course, is. Well, I won't say it's irrelevant, but it is. It is lesser on your totem poles currently, as prom is getting closer. And not only do you have to worry about saving the world, you have to worry about your class, homework. You have to worry about not presenting yourself as weird as you try and figure out this new connection to your deity. We are going to, I'm going to make this a little easier for us time-wise. Are you trying to focus more on, in these next few days, on your classes? Are you trying to focus more on finding out who is who? Are you trying to focus more on presenting? Well, you can put more effort wherever. You can try and even it out, of course, as well. It just helps me decide which role I'm going to ask of you.
I think that for Vicky, she's studied for like most of the semester the Epic of Mundo and knows that this fly swatter, at least in the stories, can do some wild stuff. And I think she would like to like, okay, 3 other people had this dream. Let's see if this fly swatter thing is actually legit. And is trying to focus on that in the coming days.
I want you to make me a divine roll.
Yeah, that's a 5 on the die, and I don't think I get anything special for
Yep. I believe
medicine or stuff like that. So
for you, your divine roll is just a divine roll. So with a 5, you get really good at learning how to swat flies with a Congo. That's about it. who next would like to sort of tell me what you're focusing on in the next few days? We're also, of course, in the background doing prom preparations, but we will be touching on that after our next ad break.
I think Sylvia is focusing. She's thinking a lot about what Loki said about if you break something, you can fix it. And she's never believed that. Like she's heard the phrase before, but she's never believed that she could fix something that she broke. And so she's thinking a lot about that. She's hopefully hanging out with Abby a little bit more and kind of mending that relationship. And so it's more of a inner reflection on being able to fix things, and trying to get this connection that Loki said, and like why did they pick her?
I want you to roll me. I want you to make this a calm down. So a social calm down, and it's focusing on yourself.
All right. Ooh. 7. Yeah, because 7.
Okay. 7. You don't quite get the sensation that, Loki is entirely true about yourself. It's new. You're still thinking about these words, and there's other things that are happening around you. Like something like, yeah, Abby and you are hanging out more, but she does actually seem busy some days. Like when you ask if she's free and she says she has plans. Can you also roll me an investigation roll real quick?
What kind of roll is that?
Mental.
Mental? Okay, 5.
5. She seems different. She seems off. That's all you get.
Interesting.
Vincent, Timothy, what are you guys doing in the next few days?
I think Timothy is first off is wondering why, just thinking why out of like all the gods and goddesses and that are out there, why Zeus of all people would choose him. But then he was reminded that despite how quote unquote Chad he was, he said that he acknowledged his smartness and just to keep his head on his shoulders. So I think Timothy is just going to kind of take that to heart and just kind of continue to focus on his classes in the next few days.
Yeah, usually able to focus on your class. Just bunker down as you have in the past. And as you do that, as you go to your extracurriculars, I would like you to roll me a mental investigation.
Full investigation. Okay. That's an 8.
An 8. You spot another Kai, another X. You are in a robotics club meeting. And as Sarah is putting away the newest creation after a test drive, you notice that she has a necklace, and you've seen the chain before, but you've never really seen the charm on it. But it slides out, and there you see it, a little X, same as you had seen on Safi earlier this week.
And I assume Timothy would also notice this faint glow as well.
She does not have a faint glow around her.
Okay, that's new. Okay. Now, Timothy's wondering how to try and play this because when we saw Staffy, she had both the charm and the faint glow on her, but Sarah does not. So, I think Timothy will keep a mental note of this, but he's also kind of a little bummed out in his mind because uh, Sarah was the one that he was going to ask to prom.
I mean, if you think about it, you could still ask her to prom. She's likely already going to be there.
You know what? Timothy's got to work up the confidence. He's not very social, but he's got to work it up. So I think he'll try and strike up a conversation with her.
Oh, hey Timothy. I'm just finishing up here, and then we can, walk home, walk the bikes.
I would like that. I haven't had a chance to talk in a minute. How's everything going with Robotics Club?
Oh, it's doing well. We're, just doing some final tests here. It's championships. We did pretty well in them, but I want to get the team ready for next year. So planning on doing some meetings over the summer just so we don't lose our edge.
I'm excited for you guys. I know you're very smart. I want you to know that, and I'm rooting for you all the way.
Thanks. I very much enjoy having another brain like mine rooting for me on the stands.
Speaking of dance, if you're not doing anything this weekend, would you like to go to prom with me?
She smiles. Yeah, I'm on prom committee, so I got a free ticket, but I'm sure that I can get you an extra one, and I mean, there might be some stuff that I have to handle while I'm there, but yeah, while I'm not doing what I need to do, I'd love to spend prom with you.
Timothy will smile back. I'm very excited. I can't wait to go with you.
Great. Well, you know where my house is for pickup. Guess I'll see you then.
I'll see you then.
Vincent, what are you doing in these few days leading up to prom?
I think that being the loner, he is able to spend the next few days not focusing on work because the teachers don't really notice him.
Except for one.
Yeah, literature's different. Okay, I will do my literature work or I'll get in trouble. I don't want to get grounded. So not focusing on work, instead he is trying to find more of those X's and more specifically trying to, I guess, connect the dots, see if there's any way that there's any similarities between the people that have these X's, or if he find something out. It's these people who are like maybe all in this class or all in this club, so he knows who to avoid.
Okay, so that's going to be that's going to be a mental investigation.
Ooh. That is a 9.
A 9. Great. It is... You don't actually see too many people with the X, with the Chi. The main ones that you would notice are Safi and Sarah, the head of the robotics team. Of course, they have many people that they talk to, and influence in their own spheres. So anyone could be doing their work unknowingly. But you're just kind of keeping an eye out for a lot of the suspicious stuff as well, and who to avoid. And you would notice there are certain days when Sylvia, her friend Abby, leaves campus early that you've noticed, and she's almost always has a gym bag with her when she leaves on those days. Just something that you pick up on.
Do I know of Abby or if they do any sport?
You know of Abby somewhat. She is a rich girl, not really typically sporty.
Right.
But we'll come back after our upcoming ad break to check in as a group with all of your new information. See how your prom preparations go. And make it to our one last dance. So, stick around with us. Please let the ads run it. They're very important to us. We'll be taking a 5-minute break here. You can always support us more directly through our Ko-fi, link for that's on screen and in chat. And please head out to our Kickstarter for the system we're using, A Divine Calling. And if you can support, please do so. So, see you guys real soon. Alrighty, we are back! And as we are returning, you guys have spent the week here, testing out some of your divine connections and capabilities, watching people, doing work, and preparing for prom. Because even if you weren't planning on going before, unfortunately, things have shifted. You are going because you need to now. Your divine connections have asked. And why don't we get a quick check-in with the group chat? I'm assuming you all have been utilizing it and sharing information. Which means, unless, Vincent, you've kept away the Abbey.
I didn't share about Abby, I was gonna say.
Okay.
I have not said anything.
Alright, so, without the Abbey information, Timothy, did you share the fact that A, Sarah was another member of the Void, and B, she did not have the glow?
I would have shared that information, yes.
Okay. So you all are made aware of that. Any other updates that you put in the...
So X is like extra evil. Like there's regular evil and then there's glowing evil. Good to know.
It's like there's a story there. Was there anything else that you guys would have put in the group chat? Like coordinating for prom if you guys were going to match outfits or something?
No.
Yeah, I would probably like text everyone and be like, hey, my best friend is currently dating the super evil glowy person. Is it okay if I like talk to her and tell her like, hey, maybe your girlfriend is bad actually? Is that an okay thing to do?
Yes. Good luck.
Well,
Okay.
I hate to be that person. What if your best friend is also a bad evil cult person?
I thought about that, but I've been sitting next to her in classes all week, and I haven't seen any X's, and I haven't seen any glowing.
Cool.
All right, I'm a texter. and I'll just be like, "Hey, bestie, if your girlfriend was secretly an evil cultist, you wouldn't want me to tell you, right?" And send.
Little bit specific there. And it's like the crying emoji face. Are you saying my girlfriend is super evil and culty?
I don't know, but I have a very bad feeling about you and her going together to prom. And I'm getting worried. It's just a feeling. I don't think you should go with her. Is it too late to switch ballots and try to get prom royalty on your own?
You see the sort of
The ellipsis.
Yeah. So like a lot of texting and eventually you get back. Sorry, Saf just called. Had to talk to her. Think it's a little late. Prom's very close. I can arrive with you if it'll make your feeling better.
Nah, it's fine. Just like keep your eye out for anything weird. I know it was a long shot, and yeah, I know I gave you shit, especially after the whole all of our volleyballs were vandalized incident. But like, you have a plan, and
It's gonna look great.
prom loyalty is really important to you. So
Yeah, like when I send that like into the schools, seeing that I was part of the prom royalty, really social, it's gonna look great for them.
alright. Do you, bestie?
She sends the emoji that has the wink and the little kiss with the heart. And if the feeling's still there after prom, we both knew our relationship was situational. Not forever. And the not forever is sent in a separate text.
Yeah, like, I I think that um I think that Vicky's just gonna hop over to the group chat and be like, sorry, my best friend is dating the cultists, and there is nothing I can do about that. Um, we'll just have to hope that everything works out. It probably will be fine.
So, speaking of dating and prom, what do all of your prom looks look like?
Mhm.
I feel like Vincent, while everyone would expect him to wear all black, he actually don't nod. He actually has it's a dark purple suit and it's got like a
Oh.
paisley pattern, but it's in this like velvety material that his mom got him, and every time he touches it, he just sort of shrinks in on himself.
I will I will have it known Miss Holloway is one of the chaperones at prom.
Nice.
Dang. Mom.
You can see that she's
No.
got another paisley dress. She's avoided getting it from purple, so that way it doesn't look too matchy. But your mom is very much a paisley pattern mom.
I
And
love that.
she's all right, Vincent. Oh, you're wearing the suit I got you.
I was just, trying it on, and Vincent's like arm accidentally touches the velvet, and he just shudders.
I need a picture.
Oh,
Come here.
but
The light's better
Mom,
over here, Vincent.
no, like in the dark.
And- oh, we should go over and see if Charlotte and Timothy are doing. We could get pictures of the two of you together.
I'm trying on the suit, Mom.
Quality.
And she'll take a few pictures with her phone. Now, if you're coming with me to prom, you have to be ready to go. I'm leaving soon. I've got to be there early for the prom committee with all the final setups, chaperone.
Fine, you gotta drop me off like a few blocks down, because I'm not gonna show up to prom with my mom.
Okay, all right. I get it. It's just like school. You gotta be somewhere not in my room when everyone's coming in. I understand. But I do want to go see if Charlotte, because if Timothy's going to prom, I want to get pictures.
Fine.
So, Timothy, you are also getting the mom picture treatment. And she has set you up with a disposable camera with the film, and she's like, take tons of pictures at prom, and then I'll get them developed, and you can share them with all of your friends. We can put them in one of your, and she's got tons of photo albums of you, Timothy. And that's at the point where you hear a knock on the door, and Charlotte, it's me. And you can hear Miss Holloway's voice. And as the door opens, the two women are hugging each other. You see Vincent in his outfit. Timothy, would you like to describe what your prom outfit looks like?
So I think Timothy would go for something like a little casual. So he's probably got like one of his like nerdy like t-shirts on, but like over it, like not quite like a full-on like tuxedo jacket, but like kind of like a suit type jacket. And then he's got these probably the more normal look besides like the nerdy t-shirt. He's got the belt, like the khaki pants, and the dress shoes that his mom picked out for him.
So Vincent, you see that, and you do have both moms now, sort of putting you together. Come on, we'll get just a few pictures, and it'll be. Oh, you guys look so adorable. It's your last prom.
I'm so sorry about this.
Don't worry, it'll all be over soon.
God, I hope so.
As the pictures go out, Charlotte will come over. I do have an extra camera here, and she'll hand it over to you, Vincent, so you can take pictures of all your friends having fun, and just hand it to Timothy at the end. We'll get it developed for you. You guys are growing up. And your moms start to tear up.
Oh, that's awkward.
No, I promised myself I wouldn't cry. Especially, Timothy, you still have to go let that darling girl know that you guys are ready.
Oh, that's right.
So, Sarah also doesn't live terribly far, and you are able to head over there. Now, Vincent is, as of right now, planning on getting a ride with his mom. There is room in there if you want to carpool, or if Timothy, you are borrowing your mother's car, you may utilize that. And your choice.
Wonder what kind. I didn't ask you. I wonder what kind of car my mom drives because she's handing me a disposable camera in 2023.
It's like it's an '06 Saturn. It's a sedan, and it's like a very like it's like not beat up, but it's definitely worn in. If you know what the visual that I'm painting here, that's what it is, and it's a silver color. Very simple.
I think Timothy will carpool.
Okay. So Miss Holloway will be just down the road with Vincent as you head over. And Sarah is wearing this very nice yellow flowy dress. It's cinched at the waist. There's a ribbon that ties into a bow, hangs loose. She's, it seems, not wearing heels. She's at the very same level as she always is. She does have the necklace, but it's a long chain, again, hiding the charm. The square neckline, sort of framing the, face that, and her hair has been pulled back. And she smiles. You look nice.
Timothy will kind of blush a little bit and say, "Oh, well, thank you. You look amazing yourself."
Yeah, I was very excited since, prom committee started and everything. This is going to be very fun.
I can't wait to see what you guys have planned.
She smiles at that, and you're able to return as Miss Holloway drives the three to the prom venue. Sylvia, Vicky, what do your prom outfits look like?
Sylvia, very simple dress. Like black leggings underneath. And it's very thin material, very kind of, she doesn't take up a lot of space. Hair's back in a tight bun, and her dress is mostly a dark green, and there's a thin strip of black going up it, and at the top there's a little snake head next to a Valknut symbol, which is a Norse symbol of rebirth. It has like 3 different triangles. And she's wearing a charm bracelet, very just kind of put together. It has long sleeves, nothing frilly or anything, just something she can move around in very easily, dance in particular. Yep, and she shows up. Does Abby go with her, or did Abby ghost her? Question.
Abby says in a text, she's tied up in her preparations. She'll meet you at prom.
Alright, then a little bit disheartened, Sylvia will show up on her own. She has a bike to school. She's existing.
All right. So Vicky is going to prom to fight. Does not believe that her conversational skills would be very useful. She is just gonna wear some athletic sweatpants, a t-shirt, and the and this sort of Letterman jacket, and goes with a volleyball bag that just has a baseball bat in it. And her sister is going to look at her and say, absolutely not. And they are going to go back into the house, like find one of their mother's dresses, and it
Yeah. I
it's not
was
comfortable. Vicky doesn't feel comfortable in it. Like has to like be like, okay, if I can like tie it off here, I can be ready for a fight. And it's just like choosing that
Laurel gives
off of
you
that.
a look of you are not starting a fight at your senior prom.
I'm not gonna start a fight. I'm gonna finish a fight at my senior prom. um,
Uh, just have a good time. It's your last one. Enjoy it. And,
I'm.
and stop fiddling. I need to get a picture or else you just
Oh
stand
my
here.
god.
Well, mom's not here.
Oh, you're right. Okay. Thank you
All right,
for coming back home for college for this.
of
I
course.
appreciate it.
I couldn't miss this. And she gives you that older sister smile where it's like there's care in there, but literally the next second she could swap into her normal, older sister mode. But she does get a few
I
pictures,
definitely make a face during the first couple of pictures, and then I like straighten up, and I'm
Yeah.
like, okay, I'll actually take good pictures now.
and she's like, "Joke's on you. That first one's now your contact picture." And so you are set for prom. If you want to try and sneak the volleyball bag, you can do a physical sneak roll here.
Absolutely, I would love that. God, yeah, let's do it. I have I have a fly swatter, but I've been trying with the fly swatter all week, and
It
it
just
doesn't
flots
do
flies.
magic. Um, luckily, I got a 9 on the die plus 2 for my physical, which is an 11.
Ooh, an
Uh,
11. Heck yeah. Easily. You, as soon as you're dressed up, she's made you into this almost doll-like figure. She's gotten her pictures. She is sitting there and she's like calling all of her college friends in the sorority and her team, and she's like, "Look at my sister, isn't she?" And she's just going off, showing you off to everyone else, which means that you have the perfect opportunity to grab your stuff and get out. Um, it's bad enough you've been made into this sort of prom-ready dress, but it'd be worse if you weren't ready for a fight. Um,
she, she would be a god darn soror, wouldn't she?
yeah,
Okay,
all the
I'm leaving.
accolades.
Mm-hmm.
So as you're all now arriving to the prom, there are other figures that are coming in. All the other students, dancing, parties going on. There's a DJ, but your work here is only just beginning. Group chat, you all check in. You can all kind of meet up with each other. Miss Holloway somewhere watching over everything, making sure that the spike bowl or the punch bowl doesn't get spiked. The spike bowl doesn't get punched. That also works, I guess. Um, so you have at least one idea of where your uh, targets may be, as Safi Alexander has been most prominent in running for prom royalty. She wants the crown. She wants the sash. She wants the roses and the adoration. And in the low lighting, even the dimmest of glows shine bright here. Sarah, on the other hand, a little bit harder to keep track of. Sure, she's in a yellow dress, but a good fraction of other girls are in yellow dresses here as well. and not all the time she is spent around her date, Timothy. She claims, of course, that she is needed for prom setup committee reasons to make sure that everything goes well. The votes, the ballots. Of course, you have the boxes over at the side for any last-minute votes. You have snacks and not seen but known of. The crowns, the sash, the flowers for those who are part of the court, and especially for those that win. So as you all group back together here at prom, ready to hopefully save the world, what are you guys doing? You all notice each other's outfits. You all look very nice. Some of you, well, you look nice, definitely look uncomfortable.
Sylvia would go over to Timothy and Vincent if they're together, but Timothy primarily. Bill.
Sorry, my mic was muted there for a second. Ever forget to unmute your mic? Man, there's so many people here. I'm not used to this kind of environment.
Yeah, and they're kind of dancing oddly. Like that's not how I like to dance.
I need to learn how to dance.
It's fun. It's easy. Didn't you come here with Sarah?
I did, but she said she had some prom stuff to take care of. I'm not too worried about it, though. I mean, she is on the prom committee, so she's kind of helped setting this up.
You think she and Safi know each other? We know with like the whole X thing.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, I've never seen them together in the same room.
If anyone would like to roll for me a knowledge check here, mental knowledge,
Yes.
to see if they can recall any history.
Ooh, I'll do that.
5.
11.
11 as well.
So I rolled a 6, but when I fail a knowledge roll, things happen because I'm pretty sure it's an actually rule or something.
Yes.
If I crit fail a knowledge roll.
If you crit
the
fail.
team- I didn't crit fail.
Yeah, you just normal failed.
I normal failed, so nobody gets anything. I'm sorry.
She got a jock better. No.
Ouch.
With a 5, Vicky, you're struggling to try and remember. But for Vincent and Timothy, as you say that, your memory is sort of jogged. You do recall there was it was a few months ago, back when prom was early on in its setting up stages. When, they were still voting on the theme and everything, that Safi Alexander was waiting outside the robotics team after one of the meetings, and instead of walking home with you like she normally does, Sarah walked with Safi. Vincent, your knowledge is a little bit more recent. In that week of being a host, you have seen Sarah and Safi together talking. It's not an overt amount of times, but you have seen them a few times together.
I'll share that they have been conversing. Did they ever seem secretive about it, or were they just talking as normal people do?
They would talk, but they'd be the only ones together. Like, Safi would, send her crew away, and it would just be her and Sarah.
share that.
It's
And
about this time that Sylvia, you get a text,
Oh,
and
okay.
Abby
Yep.
says that she's here.
Oh. Okay. I go find her. I'll
So-
be back.
Sylvia,
I tell Timothy.
Wait. Can you wait for a second? You're friends with Abby, right?
Yeah.
Does she
Why?
play sports?
No. Why would she play sports? She danced a little bit, but
Oh, I just
not
seen
recently.
her leave in a hurry a few times with the gym bag. Not sure what
sure
that
it
was
was-
about.
You sure it was my overachieving Abby?
I hope so. Otherwise, my mind's playing tricks on me, and I might start crying. So
I've been there, and I kind of tapped Vincent a little bit, like on the shoulder.
it's the horrible velvet.
Wow, that's really nice material. Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Abby.
Don't lie to me.
It's nice, but you're wearing it, so I don't want to be awkward. I'm gonna go now.
Abby, you can see, she's wearing a very simple dress. It's got a one shoulder, and it sort of falls all the way down to the ground. She does seem to be wearing heels. And as you head over, because Vincent kind of made you aware that there was something sort of wrong with Abby, you're able to kind of pick this up, almost subconsciously. You would notice that her knuckles are bruised. But she smiles. Wow, it's a very thematic dress you got.
I do a little whirl, so it like flares up a little bit. The skirt flares up a little bit, and I go, "Thank you." Yeah, I feel at home in dresses these days. So, what happened to your knuckles?
Can you roll for me a social sway someone?
There's nothing. Oh, 9.
9. She looks around, makes sure that there's no one too close, and Ernie, you're my best friend. I can. So I know that things haven't been the best between us. I've been busy lately, and I wasn't quite happy with how things turned out because I kind of warned you about Safi. But that's all in the past now. More important things are happening. A cousin of mine had come into town and reached out to me about our world not being as it seems.
You don't say.
There are people out here in the world that can do supernatural things, and they're not always good people. My cousin, she's this thing they call a hunter, and she's been training me. So that way I can one day be a hunter myself and be able to find these people and help make sure that the world stays as it should be.
Wait, real quick, above table, the hunters are like the people who remove host from person, right?
Yeah, they're known as host hunters, as they were explained to you.
Okay. Sylvia's just kind of like, uh-huh. Awful, horrible. Yeah, the world should not change. Hello, hey, Abby. How do you know your cousin is telling you the truth? It's just, for kicks and giggles, just humor me here.
I've seen it. So you know those attacks that have been going on around town?
Yeah.
Those are hosts. I've seen the fights. call on strange powers. It's terrifying. But we don't have to worry about it. It's prom. We can dance, we can have fun.
Yeah. Okay. How far away are my new friends?
They're
Blue
not
chat folks?
Yeah, they're not
Hosts?
terribly far from you. Far enough that, they can't overhear the conversation, but you can see them with ease.
Okay, I'm gonna pull Abby further away from them
Uh-huh.
and maybe like out of line of sight,
Yeah.
like as far away as possible
Okay.
situation. And kind of go, okay, Abby. I guess I never shared this with you. I meant to, but I guess I never brought it up. So you and I are really good friends, right? So we can tell each other anything.
Yeah.
And we will believe that person. Like I believe you with this thing, and you believe me, and we both believe that we're good people, right? I think you're a great person, everything, and reciprocated, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think you've made a few
Well, okay.
mistakes, but
Okay, yeah, we don't have to go into that. Yeah,
right.
I recognize that you're working on it. Okay, hear me out,
Mhm.
and please don't punch me. And I point to her like Knuckles, and I'm like, what if I'm a host? Theoretically speaking.
You can see like her face just fall into confusion. I I don't I don't understand.
You know how I joke a lot and like I get people in trouble? I'm not doing that now, I swear. Like, question.
This is so different to what I I know. I need
So
I need time
yeah,
to process this. I'm sorry, and Abby just walks right out. Uh,
damn it. Okay. Um, can I try and grab her?
yeah. Go ahead. Make this a physical capture.
Oh, great. So great at physical. That's a 4.
Okay. Well, it's contested, so she's gonna try and evade.
Great.
That's also a 4. So I will say what happens here is that because it's a tie. Oh no, ties go to you. So you are able to grab hold of her just at the last moment. Like,
Okay. Look, maybe if I could explain what happened to me and like we could talk it out. Please.
I just need time, Sylvia. I'm not saying that this is a bad thing. Everything I know about hosts up until now has been disruption and making a mess of things. And I know that you've made mistakes and you believe that you make a mess of everything, but it's so different on every level. And just, we can talk about this later.
Okay, just there are some bad people here. I'm just saying that are not hosts, and other hosts and I are trying to stop it.
Have you
we
looked at
can-
your ex?
Yeah, no, she's evil. Very very evil actually.
And like you see, like all the joking and sarcasm kind of comes back as like realization of like, oh shit, it's actually really bad.
Yeah, you had a very good instinct actually. You might have a good career set up as a hunter, because yes, very bad news. Very very bad news. Uh, yeah. So I think it's key. It's the X symbol that tells us that they're evil. Mhm. So if you want to help us,
Yeah.
that would be great.
Let me go get some fresh air and think about everything, and Sure. Maybe.
Okay. Okay. I'm here if you need me. Just, text away. Hold up my phone.
And she'll nod. Meanwhile, Vincent, Vicky, Timothy, you've been in the sort of sidelines, kind of talking when Sylvia went off, saying she'd be back. And you saw her talking to this figure you recognize as Abby. And you're also kind of just scanning the crowd again. You know something's bound to go down here. Let's do mental intuition checks here. Let's get a vibe check.
Okay.
Plus 2 to mental. All right. Ooh, that's a 13.
That is a critical success.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah, I don't think I think that Vicky is not scanning the crowd at this moment. I think she's just very much focused on Safi and like her best friend like right next to Safi and this ominous ass glow just around Safi. I think she is contemplating, do I go over there and just give the shovel talk? Because that's my best friend. Or do I just stay back and be chill and just wait for something to happen? So she's doing something else. She's not making the mental roll.
With this, Timothy, I'm going to tell you what you are going to be noticing. However, we are going to discuss how exactly this goes right for you. What makes this absolutely successful?
Okay.
What you are noticing is where Sarah is bringing out the crowns. And one of the crowns is off. Once we decide how this is going right, I'll give you the full details on how that is off because this is a critical success. But the baseline is Sarah is bringing from behind to put on stage these crowns.
Well, I think because because Timothy obviously wanted to come here with Sarah, and he understands that she's been busy with everything, but he was kind of hoping to, spend some time with her during the dance. So I think he was just keeping an eye out for her because he would have recognized the dress that she was wearing, and I think he just so happened at that moment that he was looking up on stage as she was bringing the crowns out, and he noticed that one of them didn't seem right.
So what happens here is that as you get that moment, that sort of tug of now, and you can almost hear like Zeus's voice with a look, and you see the crown, and as the light from the stage hits it and it shines, reflecting and refracting through these gems, as it hits you, you feel burned almost. It's painful. And that's when that light kind of hits Vicky and Vincent. You don't know where this pain comes from, but all of a sudden you feel a little burning sensation. And Timothy, with your critical success, I think you have just found at least a key part of what the Void plans to do at prom. And it has to do with that crown.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna pass this information on to my other comrades here, and I'm gonna tell them I think we know what they're about to do here.
Well, Yeah, like, what was that? Everything just stung for a second. I don't know what that was.
Sarah brought out one of the crowns. She put it down. The light hit it, and when the light hit it, I got that burning sensation.
Cool.
We gotta
So,
destroy the crown.
I think
oh,
we
good.
got.
I'm glad we skipped the talking phase, and now we're just on the smashing the crown phase.
It's a lot easier when it's an inanimate object, not a person that can fight back.
I'm not so sure about that, bestie. Um,
Oh no.
I'm just saying it seems like a magic crown. I feel like talking to a magic crown would be harder than smashing a magic crown, but still smashing a magic crown seems like it's gonna be difficult.
Well, now I want to talk to the magic crown because it seems like a challenge.
I will say, if you do go for the route of smashing the magic crown, I will give Vicky a +2 bonus for having the right tools for the job, because you did bring a bat to prom.
Um, I honestly, it will look super weird if I were to walk up stage and just start hitting the prom royalty like parapets with a big old bat that she just like pulls out a bat from her purse that she's just had the entire time apparently. Um, so honestly, maybe talking to the crown would be a good idea, Vincent. Um, are you up to it? Is my question.
You seem very intent on smashing the crown, and listen, I love that for you. How about instead I make a distraction?
Let's do it, bestie.
I would say this is about the time, Sylvia, you are returning. You hear the sound of Vincent saying, "I'll create a distraction." Vicky's got a bat in her hand saying, "Let's do it."
Sylvia, quick. Who's one person that you don't like? Your maid.
We all know who it was.
Yeah, immediately she would say Safi. And Abby's just kind of not Abby. Wow. Sylvia is just kind of coming out going, "Oh, this looks interesting." Abby's a hunter, which I think
Oh.
one of you mentioned. Typically, sever host god connection.
Loki told you that.
Loki. Oh, what a pal. So, uh, I told Abby though that we are. Well, I didn't say your names. Okay. Well, I told Abby that we're good guys. So hopefully that doesn't come up. But just FYI, my best friend is might try to take your deed away from you.
Oh.
No.
What if we said please don't?
Right, she's thinking about it. I told her that we're
Oh,
good
okay.
guys.
So we're in the contemplation stage.
uh,
Anyway, I'm sure it'll be fine. So you go. I don't know what you're doing. You're smashing something.
there's an evil crown. We briefly considered talking to it, but then we just went straight to smashing. So smashing is going to be the goal here.
I like messing things up. I'm very good at it. But you have the bat, so have fun.
You want to help me with the distraction?
Yes. Can I mess something up that I don't have to fix?
I will say, for our distractions, we're going to make this, if you want to just do something crazy, to do a perform your heart out. If you want to make something bad, we're going to make it a ruin someone.
Ooh.
I want to ruin someone, but I have an idea of how I want to do it.
Okay.
I want to go over to my mom.
Okay.
Oh no!
Just, Mom, did you not see Safi spike the punch?
Oh yes.
Okay, so
I
yeah,
love this plan.
go ahead, roll me a social ruin someone.
Can I help Vincent at all?
I have +1.
I'll say with Sylvia helping, you can get a +2 bonus.
Okay, that makes it a 7 to a 9.
A 9. With a 9, that is a success.
Ooh.
And you see your mother's face just, oh, really? Thank you so much. You two are such good students. Go enjoy. And as your mother, very much school teacher with a purpose, it's no longer nice Miss Holloway. It's I am your teacher. Heading over to Safi. Miss Alexander, can I have a word with you, please? And Vicky, this is your perfect because everyone's looking over here because firstly, that's a ooh kind of moment. Secondly, that's Safi Alexander. Everyone knows her. So as you make your way, I'm assuming you're going for quick efficiency. You're not trying to be stealthy here at all.
I think Vicky did want to like be stealthy because
Okay.
like somebody just sees her walking across the dance floor with a bat in her hand, going straight for the stage. That's gonna cause more trouble in the long run. So she'll try to be sneaky.
All right. So firstly, it's going to be a sneak check. So that's physical.
Hey. All right. That is a 6, but +2 because I'm a jock for an 8.
8 gets you a success. No one is looking at you. Everyone's eyes are on Miss Holloway and with Safi Alexander, who is very much trying to be Miss Holloway. I would never do something like that, at least not here. It's and trying to win over any good graces here and trying to play the crowd. And when you approach, you can feel a sort of maliciousness from the crown trying to strike at you. You can feel that sort of tingling in the air. You know that if the light hits and refracts from it once again, that could hurt a lot more being this close. But this will be a physical attack, and you do have a +2 bonus for having the right tools for the job.
Get it.
Okay, +2 bonus for the right tool, and +2 because it's a physical roll and I'm a jock. This will be so simple and easy. I will smash this crown, and it'll be great.
You got this. Get it.
So a 6 and then a 1 as well. So that is a 7 plus 4, 4 and 11.
An 11. That is a success. There is a crash, and as the gems go flying, you can see this shadowy essence beginning to dissipate. And then you hear another secondary crash from behind you as you see Sarah bringing out the other crown. It doesn't seem to be the same sort of effect. You ruined it!
I thought it was evil. That's...
You give bad vibes.
It gave really bad vibes.
It was going to fix the world that's broken, and you just smash it?
And there's the evil cult talk. Okay, I'm good. I'm been. Whew. Yeah. I guess my teammates said, "Do you want to talk about it and maybe not destroy the world?" I will put the bat away. I'm so sorry. um.
And you see like this sneer of recognition on it. You're a damn host.
Guilty, it seems. You are. You have that X symbol. Uh, what's up with the void? Literally, they didn't tell me what the void was all about when they signed me up for this thing. So I don't know what your vibes are. I was told that you're evil, but maybe you're not evil. Yeah, talking was a really good. I before I smashed. That's on me. I am
What
so
is
sorry for that.
you? You're about as bad as the gods you serve. The void is meant to eliminate them from existence. Logic has no need for gods. We have no need for gods. We are just a sheep. And I wouldn't get too comfortable if I were you. And as Sarah is going to move off, uh, on the dance floor, Safi is getting like all sorts of told down by Miss Holloway. And unfortunately, while prom is a bit chaotic after that, this is where our story for Wild Coast High will have to come to an end. So I'm going to quickly ask for any sort of last prom moments from each of our characters here. And we will send off. So, what are these last moments for Vincent?
If Vincent finds Harper away from Alex at some point, Vincent will go up and ask them for a dance.
Harper is more than willing to oblige. You would see that they're dressed in a low-cut tux, buttons down, and has an overskirt over top of the pants that is full of, like, again, tiered different colors of all pastels. They've drawn on, like, the sparkle emoji. And, like, it's full kawaii pastel goth, entirely them.
Could I roll something to try and stay hidden from my mom while we dance?
Yeah, roll me a sneak. Physical
'Cause
sneak.
she will never let this go. That's a 5.
You're almost certain you see a flash.
Is that the vein pop out in the forehead in the anime?
Yeah. Vicky, what is a last moment you would like to show at prom?
Oh, so Miss Holloway was in the center of like chewing out Safi,
Mm-hmm.
but there are other chaperones at this event who probably definitely saw Vicky just go up on stage with a bat and
Uh,
bash the crowd. And then one of the like people that was organizing the event like coming up looking so upset and yelling at her. So she definitely has detention for the rest of the school year. But like she is basically like, but the cult, you know what? Let me just take this attention. That was on me. It was wild for me to just come out here with a bat. Um, but I think like takes it from there and is like, okay, I did a good thing. And my host was kind of right. This does feel good that I was able to like step in and do something, especially if that crown was about to do whatever it did right next to my best friend when it was crowned. Um, so it's it's a whole lot, but I feel like Vicky is really stepping into, okay, I can, I guess, do something to help just in general.
Amazing. Beautiful.
My baseball bat and maybe words sometimes.
The baseball bat becomes your fly swatter. Sylvia, what are some last moments? Eventually Abby does come back. She asks not to talk about host stuff for the rest of prom. But she did come back. That's gotta mean something.
Yeah. Yeah, and Vicky, bashed the hell out of something that was doing something bad. So hopefully it's all fine anyway. Yeah, Sylvia would ask Abby, well, do you remember any of your dance training? I know it's been kind of a bit for you.
I'm sure that it's no different than a lot of the acrobatics training I've been doing recently, but you might have to refresh me on the steps.
It's a good point. Well, I can show you, and you just try not to punch me, okay? Because it seems like you've been punching something a lot lately.
I'm gonna try not to punch. They're really sore.
Okay, cool. So if you do something wrong, I'll just hit them lightly.
Okay.
That sound good?
Or you can go for the
Alright,
shoulder.
cool.
The shoulder stopped hurting like 2 days ago.
Sounds good. Okay. We'll do a dance with Abby then.
Yeah. Some of the other dance
happier.
team recognize the dance and
Uh-huh.
kind of join in as well, and so you got like a whole little area sort of cheering you on.
Aw, that's fun. Yeah, and she'll kind of think back to what Loki had told her about, fixing things and how Loki being there actually helped kind of fix her relationship with Abby. And she goes, oh, that's cool. Maybe I can fix some other things. Not Safi, evil schmuck. But
Safi
other
also
things.
has like detention for some of the time overlapping with Vicky, so I'm imagining there's like glares the entire time.
Perfect.
But
Excellent.
Timothy, what are some last moments from prom? Unfortunately, you don't see Sarah after the smashing. She seemed really mad.
Yeah, I think after seeing all that happen, I think Timothy is he came to prom to well, A, save the world, but B, also have a good time. But knowing that his crush is evil, he's kind of sad now. But he also promised himself that he would learn how to dance. So I think whatever like music is playing, he's just like standing in the background and just like in a kind of a sad way, just kind of moving his body back and forth, learning how to dance.
Watching the dance team but like through the crowd of people, so you're like trying to follow the moves but you don't have like all of them.
Yeah.
Love it. Well, unfortunately, prom is not a happy ending for everyone, but you are safe and you have your lives ahead of you. The rest of high school, graduation, you have college, perhaps. For some, others, work, or who knows what lies in store for you. But you do have some new friends and some new abilities to help you on your path. And so that is where our story with Wild Coast High ends. Thank you to our players for playing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story. Thank you to our viewers for viewing. I hope you guys enjoyed this story as well. I know we went a little bit over here on our time, so I will toss it to everyone to just sort of say who they are once more. Please also Kickstarter for a Divine Calling. If you would like stories like this at your own table, if you can support, please do so. If not, share. That's also a great way to spread the word. But quickly, let's get a round of who you've been and if someone wanted to keep up to date where they might find you. So let's start at the end. We'll start with Timothy and we'll work our way up. So
Awesome. Love to go first. this was fun, everyone. This was an amazing time. Again, I'm Connor. I played Timothy Gardner. If you ever want to play some D&D with me, hop on over to the Wilderness server. We're always playing D&D there. Or if you want to follow me on Twitter, you can follow me at ShunBlizzard on Twitter.
Okay. Next up on our character names, we've got Sylvia.
Hi, I'm Lexi. I played Sylvia Hooks. Had a lot of fun. If you want to find me, I'm also on the Will Witch server. Username AAD. But yeah, it was a good time.
Vicky.
That's me. Hey everybody, Anita here. You can find me at Anita the Lesbian on the Twitters. Yeah, you can also find me on wherever you get your podcasts at Elliot Andrews Productions. We have the Infinity City podcast. I am playing one of the 4 main teen heroes. If you want to see me play a teenager that smashes things for justice again, the next the next sort of installation of Infinity City season 2 comes out tomorrow. I'm pretty sure, if I'm up to date with like the release dates. But yeah, that's been me. Good old Anita. Find me at Anita the Lesbian. I've been Vicky.
Heck yeah. And then finish us out. Vincent, bring us home.
Hi, I'm Shay, and I played Vincent. You can find me as a regular on the Wild Witch server, playing games if time zones permit it.
Thank you all so much again for being here. Thank you all for viewing. And we'll see you soon. Laters.